Hello comic book fans, welcome to 13th Dimension Comics, the new comic book channel I'm starting on YouTube. We're going to talk about comic books that I collect, comic books that I get in the mail, comic books that I buy. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about my graded comic books that I have. Don't have that many, only have about 10, but I'm going to go ahead and show those off to you today. Before we get started, I would like to ask if you would mind hitting the subscribe button. Go ahead and like the video if you do like it, and go ahead and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted of any new videos that I post. I do appreciate everybody joining me today, and we'll go ahead and get started. So I don't have any 0.5s and I don't have any 1s. I do have a 1.5, and that's going to be this one. It's going to be a 1.5 from CGC, Tales from the Crypt, number 36. Now this is EC Comics from June and July of 1953. It does have cream to off-white pages, and like I said before, it is the CGC 1.5. It has Bill Gaines, Al Feinstein stories, Jack Davis, Jack Kamen, George Evans, and Graham Ingalls art, and a Jack Davis cover. Also has a Ray Bradbury adaptation story, and I really like the cover. I like the vampire coming up behind the police officer there. I think that's pretty cool. You can also see the Crypt Keeper, the Old Witch, and the Vault Keeper. You can see right here, there is where the spine is starting to split, but it's not completely split. See if I can show that to y'all. You can see that. That's what the back looks like. I hope there's not too much glare from the lighting on it there. And here's the front of it. Alright, so that's my 1.5 Tales from the Crypt number 36. Alright. Up next I do have a 1.8, so I will be showing that to you. And the 1.8 that I have is actually Fantastic Four number 52. This is the first appearance of the Black Panther, T'Challa. So this is from Marvel Comics from July of 1966. Like I said, it is the first appearance of the Black Panther, T'Challa. The Inhumans also appear. It is a 1.8 with off-white pages. This is a Stan Lee story. Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott cover and art. The reason I got a 1.8 is because you can see right here around the Black Panther, there is a bit of tearing. Not too bad. I'm more than happy to go ahead and take the 1.8 with the tearing just to have a copy of it. Spine's in relatively good shape. There is a little bit of damage near this top staple, and then just overall creasing, you know, spine ticks, stuff like that. This is the back of it. And this is what the front looks like. And that is my 1.8 copy of Fantastic Four number 52, the first appearance of the Black Panther. Alright, go ahead and move on to the 2.0 that I have. And that would be a CGC 2.0 of the Avengers number 1. This does have cream to off-white pages. This is obviously from Marvel Comics from September of 1963. They do note that there is tape on the cover and the interior cover. So this is again a Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby, Dick Ayers art and cover. This is the origin of the first appearance of the Avengers. Fantastic Four, Loki, and the Team Brigade also appear. This one is, I mean, I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, this one actually looks a little bit worse than the Black Panther Fantastic Four number 52. I think just because of the damage to the cover of the Black Panther, all the tearing and the around the center of it is probably why I got a 1.8 and not higher. But you can see the spine on this one is actually in worse condition than the Fantastic Four number 52 was. And there's also a lot of chipping on the side and the top. This is what the back looks like. And you can see some of the tape at the top here that they were talking about on the interior and exterior. And this is what the front cover looks like. All right, and that is my CGC 2.0 of Avengers _1. All right, now we're going to skip quite a few grades. I don't have a 2.5, I don't have a 3, don't have a 3.5 or 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. I do have a 7, and it's going to be my CGC copy of Amazing Spider-Man #129 at 7.0. This is the first appearance of the Punisher, Frank Castle. So this is from Marvel Comics from February of 1974, so basically 2 months before I was born. It has off-white to white pages. It's the first appearance of the Punisher, Frank Castle, as well as the Jackal Miles Warren. This is a Jerry Conway story. Ross Andru, Frank Giacola, and Dave Hunt art. Gil Kane and John Romita cover. This is what the back looks like. It's really nice, pretty good shape. I actually thought it would get a little bit higher than a 7.0, but that's what they gave it. I think if I cracked it, pressed it, it probably would grade maybe a 7.5. Might even get to an 8. Because there's no tears or anything like that. Spine is real nice. As you can see, no major spine damage, no major ticks or anything. There's a little spot right here, which I was concerned might be restoration, but it wasn't. It was just some discoloration on the spine there. But yeah, so that's my 7.0 copy of The Amazing Spider-Man #129, first appearance of the Punisher. Alright, we are going to move on. I do have a 7.5 CGC copy of The Avengers #58. And this is from Marvel Comics from November of 1968. It does have cream to off-white pages, Roy Thomas story, John Buscema and George Klein art, and the John Buscema cover. Origin of the Vision, and the Vision joins the Avengers. This is what the back cover looks like. This is the front cover. And this is what the spine looks like. Not a lot of damage to the spine, really. So I really like this cover. I wish it wasn't as many Newton rings all over it as there are, but I guess I could probably have it cracked and recased. That might take away the Newton ring, but I'm not really sure if it's worth it. Like I said, it's Avengers #58, first appearance of Vision. I do like the Vision in the background behind the other Avengers. I think that looks really neat. Alright, so that's my 7.5. I do actually have an 8.0 copy of Giant Size X-Men #1. And this is CGC 8.0. Alright, this one actually has white pages. It is from Marvel Comics in the summer of 1975. It says name written on first page in pen. You can see that. It was actually signed by Dave Cockrum. I don't know why they didn't notate that the name Dave Cockrum was written on there. They just said name written on page. I mean, I know they're not going to give it a signature label because they didn't witness it, but typically what I've seen is they'll put the name that's actually written there and not just say name written. But they didn't do it on this one for some reason. Alright, so this is a Lynn Wein story, Dave Cockrum art, Gil Kane and Dave Cockrum cover. First appearance of the new X-Men Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Thunderbird, and the second full appearance of Wolverine. I'm hoping to get the first full appearance of Wolverine, which is in Hulk 181. In the next few months, I'm hoping, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. This is the front cover here. If I do get it, I will definitely be posting a video so I can show that to y'all once it arrives. I don't have a 8.5, don't have a 9, don't have a 9.2, don't have a 9.4. I do have a 9.6, and this is a CGC 9.6 copy of The Amazing Spider-Man #300. This is, as far as I'm concerned, the first full appearance of Venom. I know some people argue 299 is the first full appearance, which I totally understand since he does appear fully in the comic book, but they consider this the first full appearance, so I'm more than willing to go with that. It doesn't matter to me either way. But this is from Marvel Comics from May of 1988. It does have white pages. It's a Dave Michelin story, Todd McFarlane cover and artwork. Like I said, they consider it the origin and first full appearance of Venom, Eddie Brock. The Thing also appears, and they call it the last black costume, but I swear he's worn the black costume since then numerous times, so I'm not sure why they say it's the last black costume, but whatever. Alright, so this is the back cover. It's very nice, very black. No damage, no spine ticks. The front cover, like I said, there's almost no damage on this thing. This is a 9.6, so they're not going to give it too much damage. I think the only reason it didn't get a 9.8 is because up here in the corner, there is a little flap that comes out. I'll see if I could take a picture of it. I don't know that if I hold it up, I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Honestly, it's so small, but I'll see if I can get a picture of it, and if I can, I'll post it either over here or over here on the video. I'm not sure where. But if I can get a picture of it to show y'all during this portion of the video, I'll go ahead and post that and show that to you. Alright, now I do have a few 9.8s. The first one is actually a CBCS. This is the only CBCS I have. Most of mine are CGC. But this is a copy of Uncanny X-Men number 282, CBCS 9.8. Alright, so this is from Marvel from November of 1991, excuse me. This is the direct edition. If it was a newsstand, you'd have a little barcode down here, but since it's the direct edition, you have Captain America celebrating his 50 years from 1941 to 1991. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this is Wallace Portacio and Art Filbert, cover and art. Story by Wallace Portacio and John Byrne. This is a 9.8 with white pages, so that's pretty cool. This is the first appearance of Bishop, Randall, and Malcolm in cameo. This is the first Bishop cover. This is the death of the Hellions. Put death in quotations, so I'm assuming the Hellions come back. I don't really know who the Hellions are, so I'm assuming they came back since they put death in quotations. It says Trevor Fitzroy appears, and it includes a 4-page ad insert. Doesn't really say what the 4-page ad insert is for, just that it's a 4-page ad insert. The back cover showing off, I believe, a Wolverine or X-Men video game. Yeah, Wolverine video game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is the front cover. Alright, like I said, this is a 9.8, so there's not any real damage on it that I can see. I'm sure they found something on it, maybe this corner down here that doesn't appear to be quite as sharp as the other ones. I don't know, it's a little bit rounded off, but that's the only thing I could assume that they took off for. Alright, up next we do have another 9.8. This is going to be a CGC 9.8 signature series of Amazing Spider-Man number 700. Alright. So this is from Marvel Comics from February 2013, signed and sketched by Sam De La Rosa on 4/17/21. You can see right here, he did a little sketch of Spider-Man, and he also signed it underneath. This is a Slott, DeMatteis, and Van Meter stories. Ramos, Camuncoli, and Buscema art. Mr. Garson cover. This is the death in quotations of Peter Parker, and it's also notated as the last issue. Obviously, we know it wasn't the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man, nor was it the death of Peter Parker. I don't see them ever killing off Peter Parker, to be honest with you, but they're always going to play like they do. Alright, so this is the back cover here. Like I said, it's the 9.8, so it has basically no damage to it at all. And this is the front cover. Alright, I got one more 9.8 to show you. Uh, this is basically Freelancers #1 from Boom Studios, October of 2012. It is a 9.8 retailer incentive edition, white pages. To be honest with you, the only reason I own this is because I didn't have any 9.8 at the time. And I went to the comic book store and they had this for $5 and it was a 9.8, so I bought it. Don't really know anything about the story, don't know anything about any of the characters. It says it's Ian Brill story, Joshua Covey art, Stephanie Rue cover. It's the Virgin cover because there isn't any text up here telling you what the title of the comic book is, so that's what they consider a Virgin cover. I'm going to go ahead and show you the back cover. And I'll go ahead and show you the front cover. Like I said, I have no idea what this comic book is about. I'm assuming freelancers, that they're either bounty hunters or hitmen or something. I really don't know. I just thought the cover looked nice and it was 9.8, which at the time I didn't have any 9.8s and it was $5, so I went ahead and bought it. Alright, so those are all the CGC and CBCS graded comic books that I own currently. I do have a few more that should be on their way soon. One I know is a 6.5. I'm not really going to tell you what it is until it shows up, and then I'll show it to you. I have two others. I'm not going to tell you what they are either at this point, but I don't even know what the grades on those are because they're actually coming from CGC. So I haven't gotten them graded yet. They're with CGC, and they've been there since March of this year. So I'm assuming by the time the next Avengers movies come out, I'll probably have them by then. I'm not really sure. But whenever they do show up, I will go ahead and do a video showing those to you as well, along with the one that I ordered from my comic shop that should be showing up within the next, I had it on layaway, so it'll probably be another 2 weeks to a month before it shows up. Once it gets here, I'll show that off to you. It's almost paid off, so I should be getting it paid off within the next week or so, and then hopefully it'll be here within the next 30 days, and I should be able to do a video showing y'all that as well. All right. So like I said, those are my CGC, CBCS graded comics that I own currently. I do appreciate everybody stopping by, clicking on the thumbnail, watching the whole video. We'll be posting more videos. I'm going to go ahead and do a response to the comic book cover challenge that a comic collector geek did a couple of weeks ago. For the best punching covers, I'm going to do one of those. His current one is snake covers, and I don't really have but maybe 1 or 2 snake covers. I'm not going to do a video of 1 or 2 books just to show some snake covers, but I do have quite a few punching covers. So I'm going to do a video of Amazing Spider-Man punching covers, and then I'll do another video of just, various books with punching covers on those as well. So, look out for those. Like I said, turn on notifications, subscribe, like the video if you like it. Feel free to put in the comments below what you liked about the video. Feel free to put what you didn't like about the video. I'm always open to criticism. Don't have a problem with that as long as it's, constructive criticism and not just something random. But yeah, thank you for stopping by and have a great day. And as always, collect what you love. Bye-bye.